It's a bittersweet time. Yesterday, I said goodbye to my teaching colleagues for the 2023-24 school year. And of course, this marks the beginning of a wonderful period of rest and rejuvenation and sleep and comfort and pleasure and learning and growth and recharging for the school year ahead. So there's a lot of joy and there's a lot of wonderful memories that are attached to this past school year, but there's also a degree of sadness because I actually said goodbye to a number of colleagues. And usually we say goodbye to colleagues, but this year I'm saying goodbye to some colleagues that I've known and worked with for a while. They're leaving for different reasons and in different circumstances, but I'm thinking of people like Alicia and Annie, Jenny, Tim, and Courtney. Alicia, I've worked with for 19 years, on and off during that period, but a total of probably 14, 13 years out of those 19. Annie and Jenny and Tim, I've worked with for the last 4 years. And you think back, after you've worked with people for that long, you think back through some of those memories, right? All those entrepreneurship fairs, those assemblies, those late parent-teacher conferences, and band concerts, and sports days, and carnivals, and house team games, and long staff meetings, and professional development, and then COVID, and all of the challenge. Remember the terrible challenges that we faced together during COVID? Thinking of mask wearing and washing desks in between every block. That was how things started, and putting kids into separate cohorts, which increased the supervision demands, and lining kids up in lineups at the end of the day. I mean, some of that just brings back trauma just to even talk about it. But these are colleagues that we've been through a lot of things together, a lot of good times, a lot of challenging times. And you've seen people at their, I won't say their worst, but you've seen people in really stretched, weak times, but you've also seen them at their best, just shining maybe in the face of adversity or celebrating big victories, big moments for students, big successful projects and other adventures that we accomplish and realize together. And so there's a lot that goes into that. And so to say goodbye to these colleagues is really hard. And I feel like I need to process it for a while. I don't begrudge any teacher that leaves the classroom because teachers need to do what is best for them. I really believe that. You realize after some time in the profession that your colleagues can't do what's best for you. Your administrators can't do what's best for you because only you know what you need the most. For some teachers, I've learned partly from the Teachers on Fire podcast, a change of scenery is really the best thing for them. And so even though some teachers will wrestle with this idea of, I'm turning my back on my community, or I'm letting my students down or my colleagues down, sometimes it is the right move to make that change and take a step out into a different environment. So for some of my colleagues, that's what's going on. They need a change of space. For others, it's just needing a break, needing a rest from the incredible demands of the position, of what it means to be a full-time teacher in 2024. It is an incredibly hard and difficult job. I think back to 20 years ago when I started the profession, there was no email, there were no inboxes. By the way, not really 20, more like 23 years ago. And I probably didn't even realize what an IEP was. There was very limited accommodation for students with disabilities, neurodivergent learners. Back then, you were a great teacher if you could plan one great learning activity for all of your students, and if you could do that through the course of the day. Today's teacher has to deal with so much more. They need to be thinking about ways to accommodate every single unique learner in their class. They need to be on top of IEP plans, communicating with parents, administrivia, all the extra demands that come with teaching in 2024. And of course, planning engaging activities for their classes. I mentioned that, assessing all of their student work, engaging in digital spaces, which with all of its efficiency can take more time and attention. So there's just so much that goes with being a teacher in 2024, 2025. And of course, just the physical demands of being the key point person in a classroom, hearing your name 200 times in a day. We know that teacher tired is just a very different tired than what it means to work in a 9-to-5 office job. With all love and respect to our partners who work in other environments outside of the classroom. So all of that to say that teaching is tough. And I don't begrudge anyone who needs a break. We don't want or need people in the profession who are only here because of their golden handcuffs. And some might say, hey, teaching, there's no gold, it's just the handcuffs. But hopefully you're not feeling like you're stuck in the classroom because you have no options, no alternatives. If you are a teacher, you undoubtedly possess skills that are transferable into other career tracks, other lines of work. But the redeeming, rewarding thing, one of many redeeming, rewarding things about this profession and being a teacher, is number one, seeing the smiles on our students' faces, getting to engage with them every single day. I got to work directly with 250 students in my classes alone, never mind my whole building, and getting to engage with them, becoming a person that is hopefully uplifting and encouraging in their lives, interacting and supporting them on their learning journeys, getting to know their name, greeting them at the door in the mornings, all of those things, incredibly uplifting and valuable part of the job. But there are also, bringing it back to colleagues, there are also these incredible human beings that we get to work alongside. These are people who love sacrificially, who are committed, who have integrity, who have great sincerity, who love the work, they love learning, they love children. These are the kinds of human beings that we strive to emulate in all of our work. And so when I think about other professions, other spheres, other environments, there is much to envy in other parts of the workspace, in other parts of the world. But in the classroom, in the teaching environment, in a K-12 school, you know you're going to be serving alongside quality human beings. And so bringing it back to my colleagues who are departing, you inspire me so much. I respect you, I admire you, I've learned from you. You have been a great source of fire in my work, and to the people I mentioned, Alicia, Annie, Tim, Jenny, Courtney, I wish you all the best in your new adventures, your new chapters. I'm going to miss you here at my school, but I know that there are great things in store for you. And to the new people coming on board, welcome. I'm looking forward to getting to know you and building some new relationships, some new connections as we continue this work of helping our students, helping our little people grow and blossom and develop and flourish into the adults that they are called to be. So thank you, teachers. Thank you, departing colleagues, for the incredible memories that we've forged together. And to all of those teachers who at this particular time are seeking new adventures, new chapters, I wish you well. I hope that you do flourish in whatever the next chapter, the next adventure holds for you. And I hope that you do find your way. I'm a little biased here, but I hope that you do find your way back to a classroom, back to a place of learning, back to a place of great fulfillment as you support the learning journey of so many other young people. That's it from me at Teachers on Fire. I wish you a great summer, teachers. Maybe your summer's already been underway for a month, whatever it is, whatever it looks like. I wish you a great summer. I hope it's refreshing, rejuvenating, and I'll see you again in the fall as we resume this task, this mission of growing and transforming young people around us. Take care. Bye-bye.